someone who was a little bit more timid was Peter MacKay. And it took 2 days for Keean to break through Peter MacKay's psychological prison. Here's a clip from 2 nights ago.
Peter, you
just did a media avail.
yeah, I didn't get to answer the question. Why'd you take so few questions? Peter, why'd you take so few questions? I want to ask if you'll apologize for calling Jason.
All the questions that were asked of me.
I'm not sure why you took so few questions compared to everyone else.
Questions that were asked of me. They told me I was done.
Peter, sorry. You must be confused. The escalator was over there. Would you be able to tell me, will you apologize to Jason Kenney? Will you apologize to Jason Kenney for calling him angry and dismissing the concerns of Albertans? Peter, you dismissed the anger in Alberta by calling Jason Kenney an angry man. Will you apologize for that? Will you apologize for calling Jason Kenney an angry man?
How come you don't attend media availabilities?
I was on the phone and they didn't select me.
Oh my God, you were so busy that you couldn't get to the previously scheduled media availability.
Peter MacKay, you sort of look like a coward right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's called winning. Excuse me.
Oh, no. We're not going in the whole elevator right
Sorry, can you come on, please?
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Keean just wanted to talk to you about, the news, the campaign. So here's a clip from last night. Keean trying again with Peter MacKay and having a little bit of success. Baby steps, I'd call it. Take a look.
Peter, just a very quick zinger. Do you support free speech?
Absolutely.
You do.
You get free speech.
Do you support freedom of press?
Absolutely.
So why aren't you answering our questions? Why are you picking on?
Why didn't you take part in the actual?
We called and they cut off the question.
Well, you should ask that other party then. I don't know why they cut off.
Why did you not say that you'd give Quebec a veto in English for pipelines? Answer that question if you support free press.
Yeah, I don't know. I get a real Justin Trudeau vibe off of Peter MacKay. But to me, that was the highlight of the whole thing, is that Aaron O'Toole got over his rebel derangement syndrome, and Peter MacKay, well, at least it's in remission. And joining us now in studio here at our world headquarters in the Greater Toronto area is our friend Keean Bexte. Keean, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I think we've met probably 10 times, maybe more than that.
Maybe more.
And, you've got a certain approach to life, you've got a certain attitude and personality. But I wouldn't have expected that Peter MacKay, a man who has served as foreign minister, who has served as defense minister, a man who's been in the public life his whole time, a man who's a lawyer, accomplished, he ran from you as if you were the Incredible Hulk, as if you were the most terrifying, as if you were a rabid dog or had the bubonic plague or something. I've never seen a grown man react more like a child to a spider than Peter MacKay to you.
It's the same. The Conservative Party would get the same thing as they're having with Justin Trudeau. He's a very similar man to Justin Trudeau. He's scared of very simple questions. He was scared of the questions at the end of the day. He wasn't scared of me. And the questions weren't unfair questions.
I think he was both. I think he didn't want to be seen with you. He didn't want to talk to you. Your questions started normal, and then they got a little bit more prickly as he ran away. He was scared just to be seen talking to you. I really think it was both.
Well, maybe that's it, but his staff certainly weren't doing him any favors. His staff came off as these hyperactive children bouncing around. They were trying to get in the way of my microphone so that I wouldn't be able to ask Peter MacKay questions. It was just one of the strangest evenings, but I was happy that near the end of the night, when we asked him just the easiest question you could ask a Conservative, do you support freedom of speech?
Yeah, how could you even say no to that? Even someone who was against free speech would say, I support free speech. Then they would just have lots of asterisks and footnotes. I've never met a single human who says, even the Soviets used to say they believe in free speech.
And then of course it was, do you support free speech? Then he said yes. I said, do you support freedom of press? And he said yes again. You're here obviously, aren't you, Keean? And then I said, well, why won't you answer the real questions? Why won't you answer why you said in French one thing and wouldn't repeat it in English? And that in particular was that he would let Quebec have a veto over pipelines.
Yeah. That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.